Good Sunday morning, my people. You know what it is. Welcome to another episode of Garage Talk. Let's get straight to it. Today, we talking about motorcycle etiquette. You know, the riding season about to jump off, so we want everybody to be cautious and aware of the dumb mistakes that they be making when they out on the road. Well, let me not say dumb, because some people just don't know. So we here to talk about it. You know, add to whatever y'all want to add to, comment on the post or whatever, so we can spread the word and the common knowledge. Let's get into it. Number one, be on time. You know, when you got a ride plan with the brothers and y'all got a meet in time and the kickstands up time, look, value everybody time. Show up at the time that you said you was going to show up. Be there, be ready to roll. Make sure you got gas in your bikes. Don't nobody want to be waiting on you to do all this last minute running around. You know, if you're going to be late and you don't have enough time, just make that call. Be like, hey, brothers, I catch y'all on down the road, or I catch y'all at the next rendezvous point, and roll out. Don't hold the whole crew up because you can't be on time. So number one thing, this year we working on time. Time management is the most important thing because it's not just you. Value everybody else's time. Second thing, keep your space or close the gap. You know what I mean? There's nothing worse than riding in a group or a pack or doing, like, say for instance, a funeral procession and riding in a toy drive or something like that, and you the one throwing the whole line off. Don't be that guy this year. You know, if you see that you riding too close to somebody, give them a little bit of room. Don't nobody want you running all on the back of their bike up on them, you know, because trust me, they looking in their mirrors and seeing how close you is. Don't be that guy. Also, if you that guy that can't keep up with the pack, move yourself to the rear. Don't be in a toy run or a funeral procession and you're opening a big gap because you're slowing down and everybody else going forward. Now you got everybody behind you trying to fight to get around you because you're opening up a gap so big that cars and stuff can get through. Don't be that guy this year. You know, learn how to close the gap, learn how to keep your proper distance and keep it moving. That's something simple to do. Number three, if your bike is not together, again, move yourself to the back. You know, if you got your tour pack hooked on your bike with zip ties, or you missing bolts on your tour pack, or your saddlebag is only held on with one bolt and is wobbling going down the road, that's a safety hazard for everybody. Number one, you shouldn't be riding that bike anyway. But if you do choose to bring that bike because only you know your bike, you know what I mean? Don't put everybody else's life in jeopardy because you got a tour pack that's wobbling and about to come off because you got it strapped on with a zip tie. And now you on the highway and that tour pack come off and it can possibly shoot back and hit somebody else behind you. Look, if your bike raggedy and falling apart, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's yours. Ride your ride. Be happy with it. But move yourself to the back. Don't put everybody else's life in jeopardy because your bike ain't together. Moving on to the next thing. Number three, loud exhaust or loud pipes. Look, we all like the noise. We all like the rumble. Makes us feel like we got some power. Makes us feel like our bike can move and get on down the road. But it's a time and a place to rev your engine. It's a time and a place to let your bike sit and idle. If you stay in a housing development like mine, and you got a ride plan, or it's going to be a nice day and you decide that you want to ride to work, don't come out and fire your bike up in a community and it's 5 o'clock in the morning and you just got your bike out there with these loud pipes just chopping and churning. And like, come on, man, like let's be respectful of the people around us. Like, why would you come and start your bike at 5 o'clock in the morning? Now, I understand it's your bike, you pay for it, it's your house, you pay for it. We all feel the same way. But at least have a little bit of respect, a little bit of decency. Don't just come out there and let your bike idle at 5 o'clock in the morning in the garage. Number one, it's in the garage, so it's already echoing. Or if you're in an apartment complex, like just think of it like this. What if your neighbor got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and he decides to cut grass, or he decides to blast his music to do something? Let's be a little more respectful when it comes to our loud pipes, because, you know, we do got some loud pipes. And it's certain things you could do, like me. You know, if I got an early ride and my bike is in the garage, sometimes I just come out, cut it on, take off, and then I'll stop on down the road and let it, you know, idle, let it warm up and stuff like that, because, you know, I try to be respectful. I got some old folks around me, and I wouldn't want nobody doing nothing spiteful for me, or I don't want to be that guy that everybody calling the police on. So let's be respectful of our loud pipes, our loud mufflers, even, when you riding, you ain't got no bike baffles, or that you got neighbor hater pipes or whatever kind of cans you got on your bike. Like, just be respectful. Like, some of these bikes put out some high noise, and it can get a little irritating sometimes. Next thing, stereo systems, speakers. Look, we got to work on this, y'all. This is for everybody. We got to understand it's a time and a place for us to blast our music. It's a time and a place for that. We can't just feel like because we got a system that we can blast our music at every stoplight, at every gas station, at every place of business. Sometimes, when you pull up to people's businesses and you got your music blasted, these people hear these complaints. These people have other businesses around them that come to them when you leave talking about your music. Let's be respectful of everybody in their business and understand that you can't blast your music at somebody else's place that they do business, because at the end of the day, you go get on your bike, you go leave. They go be the ones stuck having to deal with their neighbors and the businesses around them and the complaints or people calling the police on them because every time you pull up, you got your music blaring. Or even if you're going to an event or something like that, like I see it all so often. We can be down at the Harley dealership and the sales guys can be out there trying to close a deal, trying to sell a bike, or they doing business. And then here you come on your bike with your music blasted. Can't nobody hear nothing. All they hear is your music. And you got it so loud, it's distorted and it sound crazy. Like, have a listening ear. Know when your bike is too loud. Know when it's distorted and sound crazy. Like, just because you got some speakers don't mean it sound good. Next thing we moving on to, don't touch other people's bikes. If you pull up to a bike event, somebody bike look good, just look at it, admire it. Don't touch nobody bike. Don't sit on nobody bike. Taking pictures is one thing. Sometimes people don't want you taking pictures of their bikes, but if you do, be respectful. Don't just take pictures of people's bikes and now you got to broadcast it all over the internet, even if it's a bike that you don't like or somebody did something weird to their bike and you want to take a picture of it. Now you want to shoot it out on the internet, like, look at this ugly bike. Like, that's somebody's personal bike. Leave people's bikes alone. If you pull up and you don't like it, keep it moving. But don't sit there and touch nobody's bike. Even if you're doing a community event and there's kids around, make sure the kids are aware that, hey, we understand you want to sit and look on the bikes, and we understand that you're infatuated by the bikes, but they are real easy to knock over. So when you get kids climbing all on your scoot and stuff like that, it's not that you're being mean. You're really trying to prevent somebody from getting hurt because these bikes fall over easy. So if you got kids, climbing all over the bikes and stuff and grabbing your handlebars, like just be aware that they could possibly get hurt. Last thing, but definitely not least, because I know it's going to be a couple things that you guys can add to this, but the most important thing, everybody don't want to be in your videos. You vloggers, influencers, and all that, like, I understand the business. I understand, I get it. I know you got to get footage. I know you got to be seen at these different events and stuff, but everybody's not photogenic. Everybody don't like to be in front of the camera. So be very aware of the people you putting in your videos. Get some type of permission, or you can kind of tell the ones that don't want to be in the video because you see they kind of hide in their faces. We don't know what kind of open cases these people got out here in this court system. Like, somebody could be there and knock somebody off in a whole nother state and they ain't supposed to be seen. And now you got him on your video being recorded and stuff. Like, people got stuff going on in their personal lives to where they feel like they don't want to be on your video or want to be broadcast. When you take your footage and stuff, just be mindful of the people around you and what they got going on. Like, somebody can be out there trying to get an insurance claim, or somebody can be out there trying to get Social Security, and they ain't even supposed to be riding a motorcycle. And now your video floating around to millions of people on the internet, and this person being seen by their insurance adjuster at a motorcycle event, and you done messed their whole thing up. So just be mindful of the people you include in your video. That's all I got for today. Y'all know we come with the real on this page. Like, comment, subscribe, get engaged, share your thoughts, share your opinions, whether